Hello and welcome once again, fellow gamers. This is Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Mist. If you've seen my little channel announcement, you'll know that from next week on, we're going to be doing Mist twice a week. It's going to take place of the Spirit Animal Survival slot, which has come to an end because I think it's just very difficult to play it as a sort of a Let's Play series at the moment. Looks like the fog here, the mist is clearing, and I'm just waiting to see that zombie over there fall dead on his face, because that's a sign that we can go down safely then, because once the sunlight penetrates, they fall over. And they're no longer capable of running after us. And then we're hoping we can get down this ladder. Now, why is it spamming me with that? I have no clue why that has popped up. When I first loaded into the... I think he's gone. When I first loaded into the game, I got completely spammed with the water bottle. And all of my other inventory items just kept sort of flashing up in front of my face. And it took me a while to sort of get them to settle down a little bit. And hopefully now they have, but that just popped up and I didn't do a single thing to deserve it, so I've no idea. This game is obviously in development. It's obviously the single developer, Rati, who I can't pronounce his whole name. It's too big for my clumsy English palate, but he is doing a lot of work with it. It's got very regular updates, so things do sort of change under you, which is what you'd expect, really, in an early access game. They develop, they change, and you have to adapt with it. Okay, where are we at? But little bugs can appear as well. So build time 1 hour. Now, I don't have the components to build it, or do I? Yes, I do. Okay, because we just had time to place this, didn't we? Before the mist came down, and then we had to run. So, just as a bit of a recap, we've got this this workbench here, and we can actually move it. We can build anything we build and place. We can move to wherever we like. Ultimately, I'd like to move into this building here. This, I guess it's a farmhouse, because then the forge and anvil and things are right next door, and those we cannot move. No, we cannot. So, it's good to be close to them, I think. Oh, look at this. Can I take... Right, that's that. I can take that. 12. Very nice. Okay, and then we've got another one or something coming through there. So yeah, I'd like to move into there, but we're going to have to clear out the infected first. So this is going to allow us to build things now. We also have a small shed over there, and we have a car that's got 4 wheels and no engine, as much as I remember. We've got quite a few bits in our inventory. We don't have enough inventory capacity, so we're going to have to look for some more suitcases and bags and things, which, and yeah, there's various containers that you can we can fill the shed with them, so we can get all our gear in the same place. Leather, so we can create leather in here, but we need dried animal hides, so we're going to need a drying rack, a tanning rack for that, and then we can craft nails, sticks. We can craft a bottle of water. Presumably that just means we can craft a plastic bottle. Now we have a plastic bottle here, and once we've finished drinking out of it, we can use that, refill it with water, but then we need to purify that said water. And so we're going to need some sort of purifier. Oh, look, we can make some clothing as well, because currently we're walking around naked, apparently. There's no one to see us, so we don't need to be ashamed, but I can't even see myself. But yeah, we can make some of this, and I don't know if that probably gives us some sort of... Oh, walk speed increase 5% when we've got boots on. Yeah, I would imagine my walk speed would be increased by far more than 5% if I had shoes as opposed to bare feet, depending on what I was walking on. So we could do with, as well, building some sort of water purifying thingy. Again, and it'll be in here, won't it? Some of these icons have changed a little bit, actually. So that's good. Cooking pot, drying rack, but for fish and meat. Grill stand for cooking. And here... barrel, we can build a barrel to put water in, but that, I suppose, I'm not sure. We need this, really. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't think we actually have the stuff to build it with. Let's just see, what do we need? We need a bucket, we need metal scraps, firewood, and stone. Okay, so there is a use for stone. We probably need to make a bucket out of this. Pickaxe. No? Can't make a bucket out of here? No, we have to make it in here. That would make sense, wouldn't it? To make a bucket. There we are. Craft myself. Hey! Oh. We shouldn't get more mist at this point, should we? We really shouldn't. Eventually, when we get NPCs, presumably we're going to be able to make. We're going to be able to get them to do stuff for us. So let's see. What do we need now? We need metal scraps, firewood, and stone. Righty ho. We'll get those going. Because if we can do this, we can give ourselves have a reliable source of water, which is really going to help. I'm just going to have a look under the bonnet of this car because I want to know what I've got. Oh, actually, we do have a little bit of something there. We've got 0 litres of petrol, so we're going to need to get some of that. We need an actual engine. I was right about that. We have got 4 wheels, all of which are 100%. That's not bad. We had a good run on the motel last week. Got a battery, 73%, not too bad. Spark plug, 44%. But we'll probably find a few spares around. And then we need to find a gas tank so we can keep filling that up. All right, so, because we'll run out of fuel. And I'm not sure what the drain rate is going to be like. It might be epic and really... Oh, that's a leaf. No, I don't really want leaves. So, let's see. What do we need? We need metal scraps. Do we have any more metal scraps? We do not. We're going to have to go out into the world and find some. So we need a bit of a shopping list then. I'm just going to shut that door because I'm paranoid about bears going in there. We need metal scraps. And we need stones. And what was the other one? Firewood. Okay. So we've got an axe. We can chop down trees. This is fine. So there's no real map in this world. So we have to just kind of run around and have a mental map really of where we are. This could take a while because I do not have the greatest sense of direction in games. In real life, I have a sense of direction. In games, I don't. I can't work it out. I don't know what the difference is. There evidently is one, however. Now, metal scraps like to hang around out around these tractors. So, we may have picked them all up, of course. And I don't know what the respawn rate is. Pretty sure there may not be a respawn rate at all. I haven't played enough to be sure of that. Okay, let's just not like use all my stamina up because if that mist descends again, which it can, any old time, sometimes it just looks misty. I wish I could climb up trees. Right, let's get an axe and chop down a tree. I've just startled a chicken. I think I'm going to need traps to catch those things because they won't come anywhere near me. Oh, and this is using up my stamina as well, of course. Of course it does. I mean, that's realistic, right? Okay, just keeping an eye. And my stamina regen is really okay. So, just going to need to be a little bit careful about how much of my stamina I use up. Can't just sprint all over the place. It's not like some other games where you can end up with epic amounts of it. Tree bark. Oh, yes, please. Yes! There we go. And thankfully we don't need to chop it into logs. It already forms logs. Leaf, leaf. Okay, bark I'm pretty sure we're going to need for tanning. Or something. As I say, I've done a little bit of... Oh, hello, I can't pick that one up. Our inventory must be completely full then. I haven't done as much of this game, playing this, as I would like. Okay, I can't pick that up. I'm going to have to either drop something up. I don't want to drop something. Not really. We need more storage space, don't we? So I'm going to have to leave that. And we're going to have to go back to our shed. Because I don't want to drop anything else that we have. Okay, I've got like 1 feather there. But we need feathers to make a sleeping bag out of. And we need a sleeping bag to get better night's sleep. Which means we then have more fatigue. Which means that we then... it always feels strange saying more fatigue, that makes you more tired, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. We have more energy, which means we get fatigued less easily, which means that I spend less time walking around like this with a teeny tiny stamina bar. So you see, there's my fatigue. Oh, it's pretty poor, isn't it? We're actually pretty exhausted at this point, which is why I'm barely able to do anything. So maybe we need to take a nap. What time is it? It's only 3:15, which is not great. So, looks like either we're doing everything very, very slowly for the rest of the day, or we're going to have to take a nap, which is a bit of a waste because we can't really do anything very much during the night because we'll get eaten. So, I'm a bit reluctant really to... What's our stamina look like now? It's a little bit better now, but we need to get back to the shack. And how are we for food actually? Our hunger's massive, so in point of fact... It's not that, it's cancel for 6. That is what we need. We need some food, because if we can do that, then our fatigue, I don't think, goes up particularly. No, it doesn't. That's just us being very, very tired. But yeah, if we can make ourselves a sleeping bag, then it's going to help things distinctly. I'll just have a bit of a burst of speed here. Sometimes you get feathers just spawning on the ground, so it's worth looking out for those. Okay, so I'll see if I've got any feathers in here at all. I do not have. I have quite a lot of wood, however, so I probably shouldn't worry too much about... Oh, that's about as much as I can... Okay, so we need wood. We need the metal scraps. We're going to just gather some of those, though. We've got bark there. We've got branches there. Do I have branches in here or anything I can... No, we've got loads of wood, though. So I probably don't need to worry too much on the wood front. I'm going to put that gear in there. This can of Coke I'll just put there. We haven't got any food now, which is pretty poor, isn't it? Put that duct tape there. And... we should probably keep these on us, I should think. And the bucket, well, I'll keep that on me for the moment. These I'm going to need. Metal scraps we're going to need. Bark I'm going to put there for the minute. And branches because we don't need them right now. Okay, and that is... oh, there's bark there. In which case I should put the metal there. Don't think... there we are. That's better. That's more efficient. I don't think that we need... metal for our... let me just see. We can look at it. It's right here. What do we need for it? Bucket. Yeah, metal scrap, firewood, stone. How do we make firewood anyway? I have my own crafting inventory. We make firewood. Yeah, there we go. So have I got some? Yes, we do. Here we go. Craft myself. Doesn't take too long to do. And then let's just take a look at this again. We can do some crafting overnight as well. Okay, we have the firewood we need. More than we need, actually. Metal scraps and stones. So let's just have a bit of a wander around somewhere in the vicinity or not too far from the cabin. Is this a stone? Perfect. And how many of them do we need? Oh dear, I've just suddenly got my axe in my hand for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that keeps happening. Stone, we need 8 stone and we need 6 metal scraps. Now the metal scraps are probably going to be a bit more difficult to find. We'd have to go farther afield to find those. But starting to get a little bit towards twilight anyway. And yes, I'm not wanting to run. Well, oh gosh, there's a bear over there. I've just seen a stone or two, but I don't want to go too close to the bear. It really doesn't take much to aggro the bear. Let's just sneak. Do not bother the bear. Only if I sneak I can't see the stones. There's one just here. I'm behind the bear now, so we should be alright. There's a branch there. We'll pick up the branch. We've got a stack of those back at the base. There we are. How many stones have I actually got now anyway? Don't know. I can't see the bear. I don't like being in a position where I can't see the bear, because not being able to see the bear means that I don't know where he is. He's up there somewhere. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Okay, what else? That's some blueberries. We don't really want those. Hopefully at some point we'll have blueberry bushes, which will, or bushes of some sort that will be able to find fruit in and things like that, but who knows? Okay, how many have we actually got in our inventory now? Stones, we've got 5, so we need 3 more. There's a car over there. I can't remember if we've looted this car or not. We may have or we may not have. Let's just go have a look, see, because we want to get our car up and running. So I don't know if I have. Let's just have a little looky. There's nothing there. Fill can. Well, it's got 0 litres of petrol in it and nothing under the bonnet at all. There is, however, a cabin up here. And I don't think we've looked at this. Oh, there's a stone in the middle of the pathway as well, which is perfect. We need that. Oh, in fact, there's 2. So I make that 7 stones now. Great. So we just need 1 more. Oh, there's a load of them here, look. Woo! That's a lot of rocks. And there's a hammer. Probably useful. Okay. Let's just have a look and say, oh look, this is a water barrel. We could actually pick that up and take it with us, which would be useful. We can. I'm not sure how much stuff I've got in my inventory. It's pretty rammed full as usual. And this we could use as a base actually, but it is a little bit farther away. Oh, there's a combat knife there. Let's just have a look. Ah. Oh, I keep trying to do that, don't I? Try to do that. Now, my hunger is really, really poor again. So let's just switch these things over. And then I'll eat that. Oh, you see, I want to take that, but it's going to be... Where are we at? Yes, eat that. I want to take that, but at the same time, we're a bit lacking storage space, really. We could do with taking a filing cabinet, to be honest. Maybe I'm going to need to take a few things up and down. Maybe that one is empty, right? So we'll take this with us for the moment. Oh no, I can't get it out. Okay, let's just see if we can rotate it, but we can't actually get it out the door. Okay, that is the limitation with a filing cabinet. We can't get it out the door because the door's not big enough. Okay, forget that because I can't actually move it. That is a shame. That is a shame. We can rotate it, but it looks like it should fit through the door, doesn't it? It really looks like it should fit through. Ah, it does fit through the door. Excellent. I just couldn't fit myself through the door. Right, let's see if we can get back to base now. Because if we've got another filing cabinet, that's another quite a few inventory slots, so we can really sort of start arranging our inventory a bit better. Okay, it's in the doorway, and I can't pick it. I can't get it through the door, which is really annoying. Ah, there we go. Finally, let's rotate it like that. And actually, I'm just going to put it there. We should probably. Oh gosh, can I even move things where they've got stuff in? Or does it just get rid of everything that's in them? I'm not sure. Okay, that's... I don't know, really. We need to turn it the other way a little bit. And I'm going to put that over here. And then I'm going to check that it's still got stuff in it. Yes, it does. Oh, awesome. We can actually move things while they've got things in. This is excellent. Not quite sure how I'm doing that because you'd have to be really strong, but hey. There we go. That's organised our storage somewhat. Now, what time is it? 6:26. You know what? I think we might have time to go up here and get that water barrel as well. And I might pick up the other combat knife. Now we've got a bit more storage capacity, but I don't think I'll be wrestling with the other filing cabinet for the moment. But I would like to pick that up and drag that down to base as well. But for now, I think we'll grab the combat knife because it might be in a better condition. Oh, a feather, you see. It's worth looking down when you see something appear. When you see a little icon appear, because you never know what it might be at your feet. It might be a leaf or something you don't need any more of, like stones. Right, I'll have this first. There we go. And I will take this. And we will take this. So let's move it. And we'll run back to base. So I don't like being out when it's quite sort of gloaming like this. That said, we probably don't need to panic too much. It's just frustrating having to move slowly. It won't actually get properly dark until gone 8 PM, I think. At which point the ambient sound changes and you know you're in trouble if you're still outside. Our shack doesn't have much in the way of protection, but it will hide us. You can hide from the infected. They don't seem to see you. When I was playing just off camera, I did not, and I only did that for a little bit, but when I was doing that off camera, I did notice on one occasion when I had, I don't know, I went outside when it was too dark or misty or something, I don't remember. We'll just put that there. And yeah, I got followed back to the cabin by an infected, and I slammed the door in his face, and he immediately forgot that I was there. So that's kind of how that works. Alrighty, there we go. So that is we've got our barrel here, and there we go, water container. So one of these we could give to the barrel. Now there's no point in me putting purified water in there, because purified water will immediately turn into dirty water if I do that. Hence there is no point doing it. What is this? Oh, this one's 100%. Yes, that's the one we want if we want to use a combat knife for combat. And for the moment, I'm put that spare water in there, and we've got a feather, another feather. There we go, 2. Well, hey, I think we need 6 to make a sleeping bag. That's still pretty thin on feathers, isn't it? Really, only 6 of them. There we are. How are we doing for time? Yeah, we can't fill. Let me see. My thirst is really bad, actually. So let me just see. If I drink until enough, we may finish the bottle off. Yes, we have. Okay, which means that we can spend a little bit of time that we've got left. Drink unsafe water. Now, we won't do that, but we will fill this bottle. So we'll do that. This is going to take some time. We don't even need to put it there. Just put it there. If we had more than one bottle, of course, it would take less time. How are we doing? 19, 20. Whoops. Not too bad yet. Okay, there we go. That will do for the moment. You can see barrel capacity, we've got 12 litres in there. We can fit 100. I'm assuming it's litres anyway. So we're going to retreat inside now. We're going to have some sleep because, boy, look at this. Our hunger is rock bottom, in spite of the fact that I have nothing to eat in the whole place. We just don't have anything. Got various bits of oil and I don't know what. So we're going to be starving to death, unfortunately. Because I haven't found anything very much to eat. So we're going to have to concentrate more on that. But we also need sleep because our fatigue is rock bottom as well, or more or less so. So now I have to remember how to sleep, and it is that one. There we go. And we're going to sleep, oh gosh, I don't know, at least 8 hours. But I don't know, maybe I'll sleep even more than that. We just want to sleep until not tired anymore, and there's not a lot I can do. We need to stay asleep and stay in the shack until dawn, basically. So we're going to get very hungry while we're asleep, but there's nothing we can do about that. Oh, and we're dehydrated also. We're starving and dehydrated, but at least it's dawn. Okay, we have an empty bottle there, but I do have a not empty bottle here. There we go. We've also got Coke, of course. But emptying that bottle would be good. Let's just put that bottle back in there. There we go. Alright, I will drink that. That fills us up a little bit. With the thirst anyway, it doesn't help my hunger. So, we're going to need, like mad, to find some food somewhere. Now, obviously we can hunt, but at the moment the only thing you really hunt is chickens that run away. And bears that kill you. So we need a bow. How do we make a bow anyway? I think we might need a workbench to make a bow. So let's head back to our workbench. See if we can make a bow. If we can make a bow, we can hunt, but we can also deal with the infected that are in the house. Running everywhere is not a good idea, but if I don't, I know it takes me ages to get anywhere as well. Okay, weapons, basic bow, stick, lashing, dried animal guts. Right, so we need to kill an animal before we can... So what, am I supposed to kill an animal with a combat knife? I can't see myself killing a bear with a combat knife somehow. I'm really not quite sure how that's supposed to work. So, yeah, I have no idea how we're supposed to go about doing that. For now, we just need something to keep the wolf from the door, keep us from dying, of starvation. So where have we been? Where have we not been? There's our shack. We need perhaps... I don't know. Have we been this way? Yes, we've been that way. Have we been this way? Yes, that's where we picked up the water barrel from. We've been that way because that's the motel. Have we been this way then? Perhaps not. Let's just go down this way, and I think there might be a track going to our right. And of course this is going to make me starve even more, but again, walking along at a snail's pace isn't going to help either. There's nothing that's really going to help at this point. We need more metal scraps for your water purifier, but we need food. And maybe what we need to do is set up traps, and then if we can trap things, we don't need to harm ourselves. You see, I haven't got a trap tab there. We can't use that. But if I can set up an animal trap of some sort, then we can catch something without endangering ourselves or having to run for ages. Because the only animals in the game at the moment are rabbits, chickens, and bears. And as I say, chickens run away, bears kill you. So, not very helpful, but maybe we can catch some chickens if we can make a trap. Okay, I can see a shack in the distance. So we'll head in that direction in the hopes it's got something edible, because otherwise I'm going to die, quite frankly. But yeah, I think traps maybe, because if we can get some creature, like, I don't know, a chicken, for example, in a trap, then we can eat it or harvest some guts from it, possibly to make a bow with. So once we've got a bow, we're going to be alright. I've no idea if there are any... That's not quite a shack, is it? Oh, well, there's a car there, though. If there's... Yeah, I don't know if there's anywhere in the world where you can loot. There is nothing in there. Anywhere in the world where you can loot... Oh, wow. Food. Yes. And scraps of metal. Yes, we'll have all of that. Right. If you can loot a bow from anywhere, I don't know if that's ever a thing. There we go. Thank goodness. But that's only going to keep it... Oh, look. A gas can. Fantastic. That's exactly what we want. But has this actually got any gas in it? No, it hasn't. Okay. So far, I don't think I've seen any cars with any fuel in them. Now there's something over here as well. This is forest, though, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful, because where there's trees, there's bears. Does a bear, and all the rest of it. Okay, let's just go. This is obviously a place that we can use for feather. Nice. A place that we can use for a base as well. Oh, and there's a car that one could drive. Ah. Okay, well, let's have a look here. It has 0 litres in as well. Wow, okay. So what's going on here? I don't know if there's something amiss, but I'm fairly sure... Nothing in the boot either. I'm fairly sure that cars are supposed to actually have a bit of fuel in them here and there, so you can loot some. But certainly when I played off camera, that's what I found. No, doesn't seem like it now. Well, some bandages. Nice, we'll have that. There's a crossword book. I don't think that's going to be much use to us, really. And that's just the back door, right? Interact. Unlock using lockpick or crowbar. Oh, right. So there's a room there, is there? There is a room there, which presumably has something in that we can't loot because we can't get in. Okay. Intriguing. And there's firewood there, which I won't pick up for the time being. Well, it's got a filing cabinet in it, that room. Okay, so a lockpick or a crowbar. Well, we don't have either at this point, and I don't know if we can make them. So, alright, so that didn't help very much, but we've got a gas can now, which means that if we find a car that actually has any fuel in it, we're going to be able to take the fuel from that car. But what I really want to know now is, how do I make an animal trap? Just get clear of the woods so we're not going to get... There's another car over here as well. So we're not going to get eaten by a bear. And then I'll have a look. I find it a little bit confusing that I've got more than one inventory. I will get used to it, but for the moment, because I've got more than one inventory, I do find it quite tricky. Oh, there's a bear over there, right next to another car. This one has, oh, 0.10 in it. It has something in, but not a lot. Fill the can. There we go. So that has a teeny bit in now. It has absolutely nothing else. Let's just check the boot. It's always worthwhile. Oh, look. Got another little bit of food. Not much. Just a little bit. Hammer. I've got a hammer already. Oh, and there's another hammer leaning against the back of the car. So, there's a bear there. And there's another shack over there, actually. So, there's plenty of shacks and stuff around. As I said, no idea, actually, whether... Metal scraps, we need those. No idea whether stuff respawns or no. This has got a couple of litres in it. We'll have those. Fill the can. And then we can do it in reverse in our own car to fill up the tank up. Oh, it didn't have any components, did it? It did not have any components, no. Right, and there was another car, but that is over there by the shack where the bear is prowling around. So that one's kind of well guarded. Alright, so let's just look. I'm pretty sure I can't make any traps in there. I haven't seen any traps in here. There's a trap icon, but it's greyed out and I can't select it, which suggests that I can't make them yet. There are no recipes that are gated behind anything, as far as I'm aware. If you've got the materials, you can make the stuff, but you know, there might be some stuff you can only make in the workbench, so we might just have to look in a workbench. And obviously the blacksmith will allow us to make something else as well, and the moonshine still, saw machine, all of these things, repair bench, all these are going to open up more recipes for us. But it may be that our workbench is required to make traps with. Now, this is foolhardy because of that bear. I'm just wondering if I can sneak around the outside of him. He could maul me to death, though, couldn't he? He really could. But I want to see if there's anything in that shack, so I'll just go the long way and hope I don't... No, bears are territorial. We shouldn't end up with another bear in my face, she says confidently. If there's one there, we shouldn't have another one to deal with. This is my logic. I'm sticking to it, but I will shut the door behind myself. There we go. Alright, so in here... Oh, lovely. So we've got some tinned fruit, more bandages, another water bottle. All good. Oh, look. Yes! Upgrade inventory. With the right key, it helps. Lovely. So our inventory is now... Oh, yeah. We've got another couple of slots there. Another combat knife, which is what? 100%. Super. Just what we want. Axe. Well, what's the axe we've got at the moment? That's 80%. And we could take this with us, but I want to check out the car first. Where's the bear? Probably be... Yeah, he's right by the flipping car, isn't he? Trouble with this shack is, I can very easily get myself backed into here and not actually be able to get away. I do want the filing cabinet. For that, I'm going to have to sort of ignore the bear and... Let's just see. I'm going to have to try and... I can't even get past this now. Oh, right. I'm risking my life for a filing cabinet. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, here we are, back at base. I'm pretty much out of stamina again, but we've got to try and wrestle this thing into the base now. Oh, there we go. Rotate it round a little bit. Up the other way. There we are. Oops, a little bit more like that. And there we go. Fantastic. And then I've got... My inventory has got really quite a lot of stuff in it now. This one, maybe we'll use this one for food, drink, comestibles of various kinds. So I'll put in those. I'll put in sort of bandages maybe, but we probably ought to keep those on us really. And then, yeah, all our tools and things can go in there. I'll put the bottle in the other one here. And then we should probably put, I don't know, I'll sort it out at some point, I think. But right now, perhaps isn't the time. We've got plenty of daylight to use up yet. I just want to check the workbench as a final thing to see if we can find traps in there. See if we can make some traps, because we really need to get ourselves equipped with a bow. That is of paramount importance, because there's bound to be only limited cans of food in the world, and if they don't respawn, then we're in trouble because we're just going to starve to death. So we need a bow so we can get hunting. Alright, so we need to be able to make a trap of some sort, and I'm really not sure if we have the option wall light. Okay, clothes, basic quiver, okay, arrows, combat knife and bow, upgrade workshop to unlock. Okay, we might need to upgrade the workshop. Small animal trap, upgrade workshop to unlock. Okay, so how do we upgrade the workshop? Click gear to upgrade. Oh, we need 2 gears and we only have 1 of them at the moment, plus the other things we'll be able to find around fairly easily, I would have thought, because we already have those. So yeah, we're going to be able to do that, but we're going to need to find another gear, and we've only got 1 of them at the minute. So we'll have to find one of those in the world. So we've got, at the moment, we've got plenty of problems. We've got plenty of things that we need to be able to make, and we need to upgrade this. We need to be able to make a bow. We need to be able to make some animal traps in order to get the guts to make a bow, and yeah, all sorts of things. So we've got our work cut out for us, basically. But I hope that you folks will bear with me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to tell me by hitting that like button and leave me your comments. And if you play this game, let me know how you're getting on, how you find it. And I'm sure things get easier at a certain point. This is always the way with survival games. And I hope you'll join me next time we play Mist Survival. Don't forget, from next week, we have 2 episodes per week. 1 on Wednesday and 1 on Sunday. So I will see you guys then. Till then, keep gaming, stay happy, and bye-bye for now.